Hey guys, today I'm showing y'all a CD haul, a music CD haul that I um bought today. Uh I sold a few albums, vinyl albums that I didn't really care for or I already had enough copies of. Um so that kind of funded today's haul. So like, subscribe, and comment your favorite CD that you see in today's haul. First of all, um, AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I have this on vinyl, but I thought it would be good to get it on CD too. Also, before I forget, usually I would post this kind of content on my channel, Red Wolf Music, but I've decided not to really do that, not to post this kind of content over there. I'll post any music that I make on that account, but I'm not going to be posting like physical vlogs of music stuff. Anyway, next we have another AC/DC album. This is actually my second copy of this album. I got one at Walmart a few years ago, and I listened to it a lot, and eventually it didn't work anymore. So I had been holding back on kind of buying another copy of it, but I found this in a jewel case because the other one was not. It was in the vinyl looking case, the paper case, whatever they're called. I prefer CDs in jewel cases, so this was a good find at the record store. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, has some of Bon Jovi's most well-known songs on here. You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive. So, this is one of his most well-known albums, if not one of his best albums. So, I didn't get this actually at the record store. I got this one at a flea market that I also went to today. A couple of these I got at a flea market, but most of them I got at the record store. I got this one at the flea market. Brooks and Dunn, Hillbilly Deluxe. This has some of my favorite songs by them. Play Something Country is one of my favorite songs. Hillbilly Deluxe, of course, the album title song is on this album, obviously. And that's one of my favorite songs by them. And so it's good to have this because I actually have this, which is a sampler of this album that I also got at a flea market a few months ago. And honestly wish I didn't open it, but this is like the sampler album of this album. You can see on the back there. If you're not sure, you want to buy like the whole CD or the whole album, you would get a sampler and it will kind of give a sample of some of the songs on the album. And it's like an advertisement. It says in stores August 30th. So when this album came out, you could buy this for pretty much nothing, and you would kind of get a sample of some of the songs on that album. So it's cool to now have both of the set there. Nickelback. Okay. Nickelback is so overhated in my opinion. I think it's dumb that a comedian decided to make a joke about Nickelback and everyone was like, "Oh, we're going to just follow that. That's like the cool thing now." No, Nickelback is actually probably one of the best bands to come out of Canada. That I guess really I think they're one of the most well-known bands to come out of Canada. How You Remind Me, great song, and I think that's actually the song that made people hate them so much because it was played every minute on the radio. So I guess that's also a factor of why people just get annoyed with Nickelback. But honestly, I'm glad to have this. good to have. Rolling Stones. This is interesting. I've seen this album before, but I've never really thought, like, I'm going to buy that until I saw it today for like $5 at the flea market, and I was like, why not? By the way, forgot to say, the Nickelback was at the record store. I got that one at the record store. This one I got at the flea market. It has some recognizable songs: Sympathy for the Devil, Start Me Up, Miss You, Little Red Rooster, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Satisfaction, Paint It Black. You know, the songs that you've heard on the radio or you've heard your grandpa play. Pretty sure this is a live album, honestly. Which isn't my only Rolling Stones live album, because I have this. Rolling Stones No Security, which I got at a GameStop in Fort Smith, Arkansas, along with Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge. I got there too. This I got there, and it's honestly pretty good. I like this album. So if I'm right and this is a live album, these will be my 2 live albums by the Rolling Stones. It says recorded live. I can read. Don't worry. So yeah, 2 live albums by the Rolling Stones, now owned by me, which is really cool. I like that. Oh, all right. Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. Sort of sticker on it. That's fine. Free Fallin', Won't Back Down, Love is a Long Road. We know that song, Love is a Long Road. It was in the, that's the first GTA 6 trailer. Like, love is a long, long road. So if you go to YouTube, you're not familiar with it now, go to YouTube, search it up, listen to it. You'll know it automatically. Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. It's a good album. I've listened to it before. I found a copy of it just loose somewhere once in our house, and I listened to it. And it didn't have the jewel case, but it was, for some reason, in this Tom Petty and Heartbreakers, this album, this is just the cover. I have the back somewhere. I don't have the CD for this, though, unfortunately, which I would love to have. I would absolutely love to have this album, but I am yet to find it anywhere. But Full Moon Fever, good album. Has some really recognizable songs. In fact, just the cover is recognizable itself. So I got this one at the record store. Okay. This is literal gold. Last and 100% not least, Steely Dan, Gold. Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a bad song from Steely Dan. When I saw this, I was extremely happy. And Steely Dan, Gold is 100% correct. You couldn't be any more correct. Every single song on this album, every single Steely Dan song, I think, is gold. I have never heard a bad Steely Dan song. I have never heard a bad Steely Dan song. And I've probably heard every single Steely Dan song at least one time. And I've never said, I'm going to skip this song. So, definitely an enjoyable CD here. I also found Donald Fagen, The Nightfly. Donald Fagen was the singer and keyboardist of Steely Dan. I unfortunately didn't pick up that CD because I have it on vinyl. And thinking back now, I'm kind of starting to regret it because I would have liked to have that CD. But you never know. Maybe I can go back one of these days and pick it up. Maybe there will be a copy there. But yeah, that's the haul of what I got today just by selling an Eminem album, couple Beatles albums that I already have plenty of copies of. And what else I don't know what else I sold. Can't remember. But just stuff I bought at one point and thought, either, Garth Brooks album. That's what it was. Because I'm kind of annoyed at Garth Brooks right now. But anyway, who isn't? Anyway, I will see y'all later. Like, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite album or song by any of these artists or your favorite song in general is. And I'll see y'all later.